No. Oh, you're so tan and bronze.
You see? It's true.
All right, see us live.
YouTube with the quickness
See us
today.
live.
YouTube. And I
In
can
bronze. I can
you
hear
see?
us.
I can hear us too. That's the good sign. Yeah.
All right.
Twitch still keeping me in suspense. It's a good sign. Yeah.
I hear us on Alright. Twitch.
I hear
That's where I
us.
heard
Yeah,
it.
I hear us keeping me.
Okay.
Hell yeah, dude. We're live. Tech difficulties have been squashed. Feeling good.
Feeling pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, 7:32.
Shall
You
we?
ready?
Yeah.
All right. Go over here to GarageBand, Twitch, YouTube. Blow up the chat. That's the thing today. Blow it
What's
up. That'll be called the CTA. All right. We're going to record. I'll start now.
Hit it.
Dude, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us, and we appreciate that. My name is Mark,
And I'm Vic.
and we are To Live and Talk in LA.
See that
Shit,
little
dude.
V I threw up there too.
The peace sign, the V
It's
sign.
a piece. It's a Vic sign.
It can be whatever you want, dude.
That's it.
We out here.
We're back, baby. It's another good
We're back.
Wednesday.
Are you, last week for Pillow Talk, we had a little technical difficulties. I don't know why, but today it seems okay.
Yeah, if you can't hear us, it's on you.
Now, clean your ears.
Because we
Stupids.
did our due diligence. It's good
Do
to
you-
go.
How do you clean your ears?
Oh, I know they say not to use Q-tips, but I do. I don't care. Every day in the shower, I soap up my hands and I lather inside my ears all over the place.
You do?
I used to have a little water squirter, but I lost it in the move. Actually, it was a hard hit to me. My ears are noticing the difference. And then I just Q-tip right after I get out of the shower, and it feels good.
Do you want to go get your ears cleaned with me?
I could be into that. I've done it before.
Oh, you've done it like a professional.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit!
I've had ear issues in the past.
Because of your buildup?
The Jimenez family we are a waxy people, but also I had some, boys will be boys. I've stuck things in my ears before that just did not want to come out, so I've been to the doctor a couple times.
Okay. Oh, what did you put in your ear that required medical assistance to pull out? I need to know.
I
Fuck.
feel
Hold
like
up 1 second. Hold up 1 second before you do that.
no, you did
I don't
not
know why
forget to click record.
Ugh.
Recording in progress.
There it
you go.
is. What were you asking me? I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. What did you put in your ear that required medical attention?
That is a good question. I was just explaining this to somebody the other day, and they looked like I was crazy. I'm gonna try again with you. So, you ever play with those things that you throw at the ground and they explode? Those little rock bag things.
Yeah.
All right. Well, when I was a little kid, I was an only child. I am an only child. I still am. I'll have you know. And sometimes you just have to figure out ways to keep yourself busy. And I thought it would be interesting as a kid to shred those things open, because when you rip them open, it's just like little rocks and shit. There's nothing really in there. So I decided to take all the stuff out of those little bags and just put it directly into my ear hole. And then I would go like this and tip my head over, and they would come out.
The bag.
No. I emptied the bags.
So wait. So you put the filling in your ear?
You know how? Yeah. Have you ever thrown those? The poppets?
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
There's just
I
like
have.
little rocks in there. There's nothing in there that I couldn't tell. Now I haven't used them in a long time, but yeah, I would take the little individual ones and just like rip them open, and I just stuck them in my ear, just the rocks, and then I would tip it over and rocks would come out. But then after a while, I was noticing less and less rocks were coming out.
Okay.
And then it started hurting, so my parents had to take me somewhere and take it out. And you know what? It was a little bit traumatizing, dude. They took me to the ER. I remember they were like shaking their heads at me like, "You idiot." And I remember that. And they had to use like a weird long like proby sharp thing to kind of dig them out. And I remember there was like blood on there, which was sketching me out. But I'm all good now. There's no rocks in my
Yeah.
ear anymore. That was the first time. The second time, I don't know what happened. I just got plugged up, and they put some stuff in there, and it's tickly, and it just bubbles around for a while, and then you tip your head over, and it's like, the Hoover Dam just opened up or something.
Dude,
Wow.
fucking SEAL Team 6 is flying over my place
Yeah,
right now.
They're on a mission.
Yeah, I want to go get my ears cleaned. I saw YouTube videos of it, of like this clinic or they're not clinics, they are essentially places that will clean your ears.
Yeah.
I still do the Q-tip from time to time, but you're supposed to get the outer area of your ear. You're not supposed to go like.
What do they mean by that? Do they mean like the part you can see right here, or like
Yeah,
outer
inside your ear,
hole?
inside your ear, but around it, so you can kind of get the crust off.
That's
And I'm like,
fine, okay.
well,
You're trying to get in there though,
yeah. We
right?
talk about human evolution and your body will kind of adjust over time, and all of a sudden your body human evolution or evolution will dictate what your body or the species will need. At some point.
What we about? Yeah.
Wax has been around forever, and what's going on? Why hasn't wax gone away?
I mean, I think just because we don't like it, our body's like, no, dude, there you go, waxing to get rid of the wax again. Now I got to make more, right? We might be fighting our body's instincts. We just think it's nasty, right?
Well, it is fucking nasty.
Yeah, it is.
When you, I mean, working at the Apple store, and
Yeah.
someone said my AirPods aren't working or my earphones weren't working, and I was like, okay, and the gunk.
And they're all yellow. What's up with that?
See, at the end of the day, whether you're black, white, Asian, Hispanic, all our wax is yellow at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of poetic, right?
I've seen some really nasty stuff online of people cleaning that. I don't like that popping stuff. I'm not into that. But I saw this person who just had like an impacted ear, and it was like just like hunks of that stuff coming out. It really grossed me out. I actually don't want to talk about it anymore. But you know what I was going to say is that you can
What?
buy a thing like at Walgreens that'll clean
Mhm.
your ear. You don't have to go to the doctor for that. I don't know. You want the
Yeah.
whole experience probably, but I'm just saying.
I want the experience. I want
Yeah.
the YouTube video. I want the video that we will shoot together and see
God, do I have
what
to
the
be there
buildup
for
looks
that?
like. Yeah,
Okay.
of course.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, why not? I think that'll make us closer.
If you get
I mean,
two
we're pretty
doses,
close.
I'm down. I'm not just gonna go watch you do it, but if I can also do it, then I'll go.
No, we would both do it.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Then I'm down.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna have you just go with me to watch me get my ears cleaned.
Just
You
be
would have to
emotional
partake.
support.
Yeah. Like I want that experience.
Well,
And if
you could find that your ears aren't even that dirty though. You're just doing a good job. Are you sure?
But am I? Once in a while, I'll get like a rogue chunk in my AirPod Pro.
Oh, those go pretty deep in there though. My doctor once complimented me on how clean my ears are, and I never like lost that high. I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, I got such nice clean ears. Like I'm crushing it. I'm good at one thing, at least.
Maybe there's a science to putting those rocks in your ear, and they're just constantly cleansing
They're
it.
doing work in there, dude. They're like filtering or something.
Did
It
you
still
hear
has
the rocks in your head?
No,
Like
I think I had a
sipping
lot of
around?
wax in there, probably because I didn't used to clean my ears when I was that well when I was so young. So they
Mm-hmm.
were probably just making contact and just sticking in there. My parents clown me a little bit to this day every once in a while for it. I think it's fair.
Yeah. I think I told a story when I was a kid, where I used to, I used to hide in the closet.
Oh, what were you hiding from?
Yeah. I just was. Why is my phone not charging? I don't get it. Is it? I don't know. I gotta figure this out. Otherwise,
Sounds like a.
my
Oh,
shit's
because that's
gonna
your
die.
camera.
That's my camera.
Oh yeah, you got to figure that out, dude.
It's 20%, so TikTok. I would bring snacks and drinks into the closet, and I would just sit there and
Were you
chill.
hiding or like living in there? That sounds like you
I
were
was
chilling.
It was like a cave,
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
and it was a huge crawl space so I can get into in the closet where I can just hang out. And I left my Coke in there, and I went back, and I said, "Oh yeah, my Coke. Hell yeah, I forgot." And then I drank it, and I said, "I'm just not feeling well right now. I don't know what's going on." And
Uh-oh.
immediately went over to the bathroom and I start yakking into the fucking sink.
Ugh.
And then as I'm throwing up, I see a school of ants just coming out.
No.
Yeah, like not one, not two. It's like LeBron, not three, not four. It was a fucking school of ants.
Whole damn school. You
Whole damn
became
school.
the anthill, dude. You were like mama to the ants. That's pretty rough.
At some point, I was Ant-Man.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever drank bugs before. That's pretty badass, dude.
Yeah, it was kind of
That's
like a.
Yeah.
It was a vibe, dude. I don't know what to say. Other
You
than
would
I
not
did that.
recommend it though, it sounds like.
No, it's pretty shitty, dude.
Did you
Like,
tell? Did you know when you were drinking it that there were ants in there? No.
No, it was warm.
Yeah. How long
was-
was it before you left? How long was the Coke unattended?
I couldn't tell you.
Like a
I couldn't tell
day? Like 2 hours? Like just
I
a
don't know.
rough a week?
I like when you're a kid, everything's kind of like a blur. You
That's
just
true.
time travel from one memory to another.
Yeah.
And I that's one of my yeah, like, it was a childhood memory that I'll always remember. And I like now that I'm unpacking childhood memories, I think I remember when I had a surprise birthday and one of my earliest ones where I woke up and no one was there. And I was kind of like, what's going on? Like, where is everybody? And I went downstairs and everyone screamed happy birthday and I got scared. And I think that's why I
You're
don't
into
like
the
surprise
closet.
birthday parties.
Oh. Yeah, I mean that's a shame. They should have, because surprise parties are so fun. Everybody loves that, you know.
Do
We
you
all
like
have.
being
Huh?
surprised?
I don't like being surprised because I'm not very. It's hard to surprise me. I feel like, and I don't mean to say that as like some know-it-all douche, you know. But I just feel like it's hard to surprise me. Like when people buy me like a surprise birthday present, I guess they're all surprises, but you know what I'm saying. I'm just kind of like, oh, okay, cool. You know, I don't have the big reaction I think they're looking for. Was the hard thing. That's why I'm not very good on video. Sometimes people want to record me while I'm doing something, and I feel like I'm just like looking. You know, I'm just feeling weird now.
Well, I mean, going back to the Malort shot you took. You
Yeah.
kind of had like no reaction to it.
Yeah. I just kind of go, you know? I just move on.
No reaction. Like, that's just how you operate in life.
It was nasty, dude. But I wasn't like, what am I going to start yelling, you know? I know that's what people want. That's what these TikTok people want. Is to be like, oh shit, bro, you know, and like, you know, doing the thing. But I was just like, oh my God, this is so nasty. And I just, you know, toughed it out.
Apparently.
I have another childhood story, though,
Okay.
that you just unlocked in my brain that I feel bad about. So I'm just going to go for it. You ever use that air spray stuff? Like the dust off? Like to clean a computer or something?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
You know, if you flip that upside down, like ice comes out, right? You ever do that?
No, I didn't.
Okay. Well, I discovered this as a youngster, and I would just
Okay.
fucking run around, just flipping it upside down, pretending I'm Iceman, and just shooting ice at stuff. And like, you know, I would get it on my fingers sometimes, and it would like freeze, but then it would just like immediately evaporate, right? It would just heat right off. And I thought it was so cool, and it was kind of ticklish. And I remember one time my little cousin was over my house, and I was like watching her for like, I don't know, an hour or something, or like literally 10 minutes. I think my parents were going to the store or something like that. And I decided to get this can of air stuff and flip it upside down and spray it at her, and she was giggling and having a fun time. She was a toddler. And then I flipped it upside down and I sprayed it in her belly button, and it like burned her or whatever. And her parents were so fucking pissed at me, dude. Never again. This is why I have not babysitted ever again. That was my first and last time. It sounds worse than it is. Like I didn't, you know, I used to do it to myself all the time. It wouldn't hurt. But she was a little girl, toddler, and she was not having it, dude. And I didn't really have a good explanation for that. I was just like, shit. And I knew I had fucked up, you know? And I still feel bad. I still do.
Did you ever like inhale that cleaner?
No, but they say it
No?
really fucks you up. I've never done it.
It does fuck you up.
You did it? You did that?
Yeah, and I think it was in
Womp womp.
middle
they used to call
middle
that.
school, and you did like, and your voice goes super deep, and
Yeah.
you're like, oh shit,
Whoa.
and you go lightheaded for about
Yeah.
20 seconds, and that's probably because about a dozen brain cells per hit will kill it.
Yeah. You're actively
And,
killing yourself.
It I don't recommend it, but it was a good high.
Did you another childhood question? So in junior high, my friends used to choke each other out to like get high or whatever. Did you guys ever do that? Because I never wanted to do it. I never did it. I would
Like
just
a
watch
legit
people.
choke where like shoulder like under.
They would like choke people out. They would sit down and like lean them somewhere and choke them out. And then as soon as they would start like passing out, they would just leave them alone. And I was like,
Yeah.
this seems so risky, dude. I was like,
No.
I don't like this.
It wasn't a chokehold that we did. It was I remember like you would have to inhale and exhale super fast, like 5 or 10 times.
Uh-huh.
You bend over, and then after you exhale those amount of times, you would then fall into my arms on your back, and I would pick you up, and like you'd cross your arms,
There's a
I'd
lot of
squeeze you,
steps. Huh.
and then you would pass out from that.
Really? We should try that.
Yeah.
I'm curious about that. Why does that even work?
I don't know.
And you just squeeze me and your brain turns off or what? Yikes.
Yeah, I mean, like you're essentially cutting off the airflow, but we were we were doing a
We
rear
didn't know.
naked choke to make it happen.
Yeah.
But we did that, and we would pass out, and we thought it was funny. We were like, dude,
Isn't that the stupidest shit we used to do, man? I just can't believe it. Childhood, you know? It is what it is.
yeah. If you used to choke each other out, tell us in the chat.
Yeah, let us know. Have you been there? Are
Well-
you still trying to find that high, you know? What are you doing nowadays?
Well, I mean, there's a sleeper hold. I don't know how well that really
I
works.
don't want to go to sleep, though. I'm going to get wrecked, you know? Just
When
kidding.
I want to get fucked up,
Yeah.
and when I wake up, I have a little high, and my ass is a little bit sore. That's all I
Brain
want.
damage. Oh, yeah, okay. I see where you're going there.
That's all I want, and I'm just chasing that dragon, and it hasn't happened yet.
Maybe one day, dude. How else is it going, dude? You been watching any Olympics? We talked Olympics last week.
Yeah, we talked about the Olympics, and it was the lead up, and
We were just getting pre-hype.
we're getting pre-hyped exhibition of the Olympics here, and I've been watching random things.
Same.
I did notice at the breaking, they don't
I
call it
didn't
break
watch
dancing.
it yet. How was it?
It hasn't started yet.
Oh, okay. I have it set
Yeah.
to record. I'm just waiting.
I think it's towards the end of the Olympics.
The best for last, dude. You know?
I mean, I was watching Team USA basketball, and it's odd because it's the Olympics. It's not the NBA, so there's not a lot of commercials. So there's timeouts that the teams will take to break the momentum. There's TV timeouts. There's halftime, and in the Olympics, the commercials are minimum. And I'm wondering how long this will last, because it's weird to watch a timeout be about 1 minute and change, and then the whole duration of the timeout, they're just watching the players.
They're just
And
like,
that, like,
standing in a huddle, or what do you see?
Standing in the huddle, like there's a little bit of commentary, but there's no like a good neighbor. State Farm is there
Right.
commercial 9 times over with Chris Paul. There's no Legend commercial. There's no O'Reilly's Auto Parts. It's just a spectacle of sports, which is weird.
It is boring. I mean, timeouts aren't necessarily exciting. Now you sound like you missed the commercials.
I mean, our brains are wired for commercials, because either you sit there and take the L and watch the commercial, you put it on mute, like some people I know in life, or you get up and you take a piss and go get something to eat and kind of reset.
Yeah.
But now it feels like you can't get up and leave because you don't want to miss anything. And I was reading comments where they said, "Oh, I went out for a smoke break and I lost about 9 minutes of the game because they just went straight to it. The timeout was super quick."
They just keep playing.
It's weird.
I wonder if that's harder on them because they don't get as many breaks. You know, they're not stopping for commercial breaks. Like, do the teams just strategize during commercial breaks? I never thought about that.
Well, it's timeout, so like
always timeouts, right?
They're actively in a huddle, but like
Yeah.
you're watching, and the timeouts are shorter.
Yeah.
which is interesting too. And it's, I don't know if I'm getting older, but like I'm kind of buying into the Olympics now to some degree. Like I'm not like watching it for the sprinters. I'm rooting for Team USA,
For sure.
obviously. Patriot. That's what I am. But like
camera.
yeah, but it just I'm kind of buying into the hype of the Olympics now. I don't know. It was
Yeah.
I might be getting old.
I agree. I think I feel proud, you know? When I see these American athletes, I don't care about sports really that much, but when
Yeah.
I see them, like all the fucking fleet of Americans that come out every time, there's so
Mhm.
many of them showing up for all kinds of random stuff. And I'm like watching these I was watching synchronized diving.
Mhm.
Amazing. Have you seen synchronized diving?
Not this year, but yes, I have.
Dude, what the fuck? These chicks are jumping at the same time, the same foot, whatever, and they do like,
Yeah.
whatever triple flick, 360, whatever, landing at the exact same time. Really, really cool stuff. And it's like when the Americans do well, I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah, go
Mhm.
America. Like I've never rooted for sports in such a way. It really brings something out in me.
Yeah.
It's fun.
It's really cool. Did you watch the opening ceremony?
So I didn't watch it live, and I thought, oh, I'll just catch it later. But you can't watch it unless you have Peacock. So I've seen bits and segments online and highlights and stuff.
It's
What did you
I
think?
it was it was France or France, however you want to call it. I think it's a weird country. We talk about how they're rude or to Americans and they're snooty and they like their French food,
Yeah.
but the presentation of it was weird. And I say that
People are
and
saying
actually
they fucked it up. That's what I've been hearing.
really I thought it was cool. I thought it was
Oh,
cool because
okay.
it was it was weird because at some point like what they did was it goes in alphabetical order of all the countries coming out and they did it on the Lu or whatever it is like on boats
They're
and
like river, yeah.
every country would come out. It was alphabetical in country. And during that, with all the countries coming out, one, there's countries I've never even heard of.
There's a lot of them out there.
There's a lot of them. I thought I knew all. I thought I knew all 40 countries.
Isn't it weird hearing a new country for the first time as a grown ass adult? You're like, uh-oh. Missed that
Yeah,
one.
I didn't know they exist, and it was interesting because some countries shared boats. I feel
Mm.
like the United States didn't share a boat because I think it's based on your volume of your athletes.
We got our own boat,
Um,
dude.
but
Maybe
yeah,
have two boats.
America fucks to get their
Yeah.
own boat.
Come on.
Fuck yeah. Um,
No question.
but there was some countries that I think it was Cambodia only had 5 athletes.
Yeah,
That's
man.
I think that's even more impressive than someone making the Team US athlete because USA roster in the Olympics because you're very limited in what sports you can go, and Cambodia only sent 5
They only
because they,
have certain sports in other countries. That's the weird
yeah.
part. You can't even. There's not enough people playing basketball for you to get good enough to play basketball. I feel like to be an Olympian. You know.
Yeah, and I don't know what sports Cambodia is representing, but they have Cambodian athletes there, which I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And there's some other small countries. I think there was one with 3. It was like Turkestan or something. It was like it started with Turkey or it had Turkey in it, but like it was
Turkey's,
Turkey's Turkey, but
Yeah.
there was something with 3 athletes. I didn't. They were essentially like on a fucking canoe or something that you
You
could
have
just
to
put them on
be
that.
so badass though, to be like one
Yeah.
of 3 people for your whole country. Like that probably is so fucking cool coming from one of these tiny little countries with not a lot going on. I guess there's because being an Olympic athlete for America is also awesome too because you're probably the cream of the crop. But it's like if you're one of like the 3 badminton players that go from wherever Bosnia
Yeah.
or something, that's a big one, man. Good for them.
Yeah, it is a big deal.
Yeah.
But like during the whole ship thing of all the countries coming out, I don't know if you saw this, but there was like someone that was wearing a mask, and they were essentially running Assassin's Creed parkour through all of France,
Okay.
and it was cool. And he was just going through with the he zip lined across from one building to another. He was doing parkour on the roof.
Holy shit.
He ran through a Louis Vuitton sweatshop, and he was doing all these things, and he was carrying the torch, and I thought that was like really interesting. And then it was all, I mean, it's recorded obviously with the shots that he did, but they had some weird performances going on. They had the French mimes or whatever they were. They had like these building workers that were choreographed and building the building and dancing. It was weird, but I
Yeah.
thought it was really cool. Like nothing's ever going to be like Beijing or something. It was a perfect example of watching a different country's like version of TV. right? Like, and you
Yeah.
can kind of spot it from a mile away. Like a good example is Hell's Kitchen here versus Hell's Kitchen UK. There's not music in the UK where he's constantly screaming at people. It's like the shots are more drawn out and they're longer, and it's just a different vibe because it's a different country.
Yeah.
And we got that with France, and I thought that was pretty cool.
Well, I mean, if you compare it to, was it Beijing? That was a whole different feel too, right? With all the synchronized drums and the felt more like a robotic thing or something. So
Well, they're
this
all-
is just felt very French, huh?
And then it gets to and it was raining. It was raining.
It's pouring rain.
And then I don't know if you saw my boy LeBron James carrying the flag for Team US. So I was.
I thought it
fucking-
was a bigger deal.
Well, it didn't.
I guess it
didn't seem-
is.
it is a big deal, but I think with France, the whole thing that made it kind of minimized it was you're on a boat and all you're doing is holding the flag.
He's
You're
just standing there. I was kind of bummed out by that.
you're not running or marching in a field or something,
Yeah.
walking to it. You're being ferried over by a boat, and all you're doing is holding the flag.
Yeah, he could even he was like leaning on the rail, just holding it. I thought, all right.
Like at that point, I would have just had everyone line up behind me and touch the flag with me. It was LeBron and what's her face, and then just everyone come through and touch the flag once, and we'd call it a day. But they weren't really carrying the flag; they were just holding the flag.
Yeah.
And then Derek White, did you see his placement where he's covering United States of America, the sign?
No. What's that about?
Like next to LeBron, there was a sign that says United States of America, but Derek White from the Celtics was just standing in front of it, so it just said United States of, and then it was just blocking with Derek White, his like big
That's
ass
funny.
ears, and I was like, look at him always playing defense, blocking America.
Come on, Derek, do better. You know what? He's not catching any flack for it though, because I don't see anything. I'm googling around.
There was and then it got to the point where they do the torch running.
He was.
Pass,
I see now. Sorry, go ahead.
the passing of the torch.
Yeah.
It
A
was
lot of
interesting.
passing.
A lot of passing.
It's a lot of passing. More passing than I thought.
It was also raining too,
Yeah.
which is you don't want to be the person who drops the flag or the torch.
Yeah, if it goes out or something, you're gonna
What
kill
happens?
you.
What happens if the torch goes out?
I think you're kicked out. I think they got to start over. I don't know what they do. To be honest, that's the whole thing, right? This dude ran it like a whole marathon with a torch, I thought.
Well, the story was the flame starts in Athens, right?
He's got to run that shit all the way down. Yeah.
How do you get a flame carried over from Athens if it comes all the way to the United States, which is coming to LA apparently?
I don't know. That's above my pay grade, dude. But yeah, I would not want that thing to go out. I think LeBron, he actually got a pretty cushy job, all things considered. Because I guess if you only have to carry the torch 10, 15 feet, though, it's not that bad. Like, you see how many people they pass it between? That took away from me. That took away from it for me because I thought, oh, wow, that's cool. And sometimes there's two of them jogging next to each other.
Yeah.
Because they're just trying to squeeze as many people in as they can, I feel like. I was telling you, what's his name? Tony Parker?
Yeah.
What's he doing there? Why is he there? It's like, it just felt like, what is a random Utah Spurs here? Get him off the stage, dude.
Dude, he's French.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's
Oh.
French.
I don't know that. Well, there you go. But still, it's too many people. They need to have let them run like a fucking couple blocks at least, dude. You know, these guys are walking and just
Yeah.
there's another person there waiting already. It's like they're in the eye shot of each other. It's weird. It's weird.
And then, it led to the group of like 7 people, and that was they had some people from the Paralympics.
I saw
Did
that.
you notice that?
Yeah.
So they had mechanic leg.
That guy was
running through.
cool.
There was 3 of them, I think.
Well, I saw somebody in a wheelchair, and then I saw a dude with like that blade leg, which I think is really cool. I didn't see the other one, but
Well, quick tangent. Do you remember Oscar Pistorius? Is that his name? He was like an Olympic runner for Brazil, but he had 2 metallic legs like that.
mm-hmm.
And it's very inspiring that he's able to compete, and he like recently got convicted for killing his girlfriend or something.
Not cool.
But when you're running like that, are you running are you running at an advantage because you have those metallic legs?
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I think like because they're probably bouncier, right? Like you could get like it's helping you along a little bit. They're lighter than having calves and feet, I would think,
I don't know. Like,
or not. I don't know.
yeah. Well, this guy only had one. The people who were running, the ones I noticed with the prosthetics, it was only one leg. That was
Probably
fake,
be
which is
cool for
cool.
self-defense. Like those things are pretty sharp, you know.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mess with the dude who has one of those blade legs. Like he just cut you up. So there's that.
And then they run it over to the blimp,
Yes.
and it was cool. Like it was amazing. And the thing that got me emotionally,
Mm-hmm.
Celine Dion.
Oh yeah. You love to see it.
Celine Dion, knowing that everything she's gone through with the whole,
She
like
looked
she had
very
like this,
nice. I thought.
yeah, very elegant. She has
Yeah.
this rare. That's always the tough thing. The rare genetic disease that's like causing like muscular, like it's not MS.
That's the
It's like,
freaking worst.
and it's someone who has like one in a million voices, vocal talents, has a one in a million disease to kind of pair up with that.
Was she singing in French?
She was singing in French.
I
She's
think
French
she was.
Canadian.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because I was listening to her sing. I'm like, I don't know if it's just echo. I don't know what the hell she's saying. What song is this? It's French.
I think it was a song from Ratatouille.
Oh, that's a banger.
Yeah.
Everybody loves Ratatouille.
But like seeing like I got choked up, dude. I'm not even gonna front, like that shit fucking got me. It's like to see what she like. I haven't seen the her documentary yet because she started like documenting her whole like genetic disease and how she had to cancel like her shows.
It's a bummer.
But for her to, and she had seizures and she's like fucking, you don't want to see your heroes like that, like your loved ones, and she's like keeled over on the side having a mad seizure, and they give her some nasal spray to like relax her. And she's on top of the Eiffel Tower. It's like all beautifully lit, and she's fucking crushing it. And I was like, dude, like that
Hell yeah. You go,
diva,
girl.
like diva shit right there.
Yeah.
And then
Good
like
for her.
and speaking of diva, did you see the Team USA package that it was with Beyonce?
What do you mean package?
Like it was like a video package that they did of like
Oh.
it was Beyonce talking about Team USA, and it had like all these like like a montage of all the athletes kind of like staring in the camera.
That's cool. I did not see it, no.
I mean, I think it's a given Beyonce's hot, but fuck, dude.
Or are you just like rediscovering that she's
yeah.
hot?
I mean, I don't think about Beyonce. I'm not in the Beehive.
Yeah, I'm not either.
But damn, dude, she was like fucking stacked. It's crazy.
Oh, I'm looking at it with like the hat on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna mute my computer so it doesn't play. Here we go. She's on the. Oh, they're playing it on the Today Show. Yeah, she looks
Yeah.
great. I see all the Olympians. That's cool.
Like,
After she did that Cowboy album, she's totally lined up for this USA flags and all that stuff.
yeah,
She set herself up for success.
them things be thinging.
Yeah,
Apparently.
that's true. That's true.
Yeah. And I was like, okay.
Apparently a lot of Christians are pissed off because they did like a Last Supper thing or whatever. I don't really have a lot of thoughts on that, but I saw some
Like
headlines.
The France people did that?
Yeah, I guess part of the Olympic thing was like this long table, and there was like I don't know who they were, models or actresses or whatever, but they were portraying the Last Supper, and a bunch of Christians got mad. They're no fun. What can you do?
Yeah, it's all artsy, dude. It's France.
It is
France.
pretty artsy. They had the god of wine there from Greek mythology. He's a lot of fun. Like, people gotta stop being mad about stuff. This dude's freaking blue, man. He's literally blue. And he's laying in a bunch of like grapes getting hammered. He's pretty cool.
Is Judas in there? Did they have someone portray Judas?
I mean, I think they have to, right? Judas was there. So gotta stick someone in there.
That's such a good name too, Judas.
It is. Isn't it funny to say Judas? Like you wanna be mad at him.
Like you're like fucking Judas.
Fucking Judas, dude. It feels good.
It's
That's
just
true.
that's a very like it's a good. It has like it's like saying fuck.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
the
it just
the beat.
Yeah, it's the beat of it, and
got
you're
a
like,
ring.
wow, that's a good one, dude.
Yeah, fucking
Judas.
Judas. And you can
But
call somebody fucking Judas, and everybody knows, no matter where you're from, you know what they're what they're saying about you, and it's funny. I love that. I love that. It's a
like,
funny rip.
like
You know.
it's crazy, man. Like his name could have been Peter. There was Peters in the Bible. There was Ezekiel. There's a, you know, that's kind of where my Bible.
If the names,
knowledge
if
goes.
they were replaced, Judas and Peter was the bad guy, people
Mhm.
would not be named Peter because
Yeah.
he's got such a bad rap. You know, there would be a bunch of Judases walking around. Saint
Yeah.
Judas's Hospital. You know,
Fucking Peter.
Saint
See, like, doesn't
Judas'sburg.
Yeah.
But instead, we got Peter. I'm glad.
Yeah. Judas Pan. I don't know, dude. Like it's
Yeah. Peter's not as
not-
fun to say. Fucking Peter. You know, it's not as fun as Judas.
but like yeah, to see
Anywho, yeah.
if only if Judas was represented in the Last Supper there, then I would have been cool with that. But yeah, the Olympics, I'm kind of in. Can we like on the realm of the Olympics, why is it that in basketball we have professionals there, but when you think about boxing, there is no Floyd Mayweather in his prime. Floyd Mayweather, like when Floyd Mayweather went to the Olympics when he was 19. But you don't see like these professional fighters like in boxing like Canelo. You don't see
Yeah, what's
Manny
up with that?
Pacquiao. I don't understand. Like
Is it like different boxing maybe?
I don't know. Like boxing is an amateur thing, but like then you look in the other side of the realm and there's LeBron dunking on Puerto Rico, and
Yeah.
you're like, okay.
That is
was
interesting.
I was looking up online. I guess like they said the Olympics started letting professional boxers in 2016, but you still don't see these people fighting for their country.
But I mean, letting professional boxers in. What else? Who were they letting in before? It was just amateurs. Just like why?
Amateur. I don't know.
Maybe I don't understand. Maybe because boxing they make so much money, and they get their asses kicked. Like they don't really do it for pride. I think it's like a greed sport.
Yeah, you're there to fight for money.
Yeah, I think like maybe they're like, what am I doing this for national pride? No, I need to get paid. You know, I could see that.
But like at some point, like you're at the top of your game. Do you really need 4 years to train? You could probably just do it in 6 months.
That's the thing. I mean, they're already trained. Like you just gotta know who else might show up. Maybe, like it's more like watching tape because they're
Like-
already in shape.
Put pro boxers in there. Put pro
Yeah.
wrestlers in there. Imagine for Team USA, you have the Undertaker.
Dude, that would
Pro
be
wrestling.
sick.
That would be fucking sick, right?
Yeah, I would.
Choke slam, tombstone.
Yeah, I would watch The Undertaker. I would actually tune into the wrestling if The Undertaker was there. But
Yeah.
I
Let's Olympics.
listen
If you
here.
want more people to watch wrestling, have John Cena show up.
Yeah, because right now it's a little. I don't know about that wrestling stuff. You know, we need more bravado. We need them making speeches and stuff. We gotta
Dude.
mix them up.
Undertaker would totally kick Cambodia's ass.
I would agree with that. I don't think anybody in Cambodia is big enough to take. Actually, I don't know. Maybe if they get like some E Honda looking dude, he might be able to take him. But I don't know, dude. I'm not sure. You know what else I've been watching a lot? That's not Olympics. I'm gonna shift gears here a little bit.
What?
Because I have YouTube TV, and I was
Okay.
setting up my YouTube TV to watch to record the Olympics. And then I also thought, you know what I haven't seen in a long time because I don't have TV, I don't have cable, right? Like a lot of people don't have cable anymore. So I don't have stuff I can get on TV, and I started remembering, oh my god, you know what's on TV? The Price is Right, dude.
Yeah.
Do you have opinions about The Price is Right?
I thought we've talked about the Price is Right before.
I think it's the best fucking game show ever. I think it's
Yeah.
above Jeopardy, Family Feud, whatever else. Let's make a deal shit. I don't care. Maybe I talked about it last week because I've been watching with my girlfriend, but I realized this week because I was watching the Olympic. I mean, I was watching Price is Right with my girlfriend, and then I was watching the Olympics, and it's like I think I'm kind of a chameleon with how I watch TV shows because when I'm watching The Price is Right, it's so happy. Like I'm happy for everyone on The Price is Right. They're all like, yeah, because they call their name and they're just like, oh fuck,
Yeah.
and they start running down and they're high fiving everyone. Like I saw this lady in the crowd at The Price is Right, literally high five everyone that got on the game. Like she would get up and give them a double, right? And I'm like,
Yeah.
I love this energy. I want everyone to win. Like, I'm on everybody's side. And when I'm watching the Olympics, I'm like, look, he just didn't land that triple flip perfectly. He skipped a beat. What a dumbass, you know? Like, I'm a total hater, and I'm like prideful, and I'm like cursing other countries that I'm watching the Olympics. But when I'm watching Price is Right, I'm like friend to all, man.
Yeah.
You know? And I'm thinking, how is this stuff affecting me and my psyche, you know?
Wait, hold up. Am I having a stroke? We talked about this, and you said you like Plinko and the yodeling game, right?
I did. We've talked about Price is Right before, but I think it's more of the emotional effect it
Yeah.
has on me now.
Sure.
The
Yeah.
study is moving forward, you know? It's a callback.
I am always utterly impressed when people spin the fuck out of that wheel.
And I always laugh when they don't spin it enough, dude. When
Yeah.
it's like an old lady, and she barely gets like 1.5, like 1.25 spins around. I'm like, come on, dude.
It's always good. Like, I haven't watched it, but sometimes when they had the old lady, and then Bob Barker would have to assist another
right, a little
decrepit guy,
Yeah.
and he would just pull down on it, and it's such a I think it's one of the reasons why I love Vegas so much is the sounds.
The sound design is great.
You have loud colors and lights. You have the sounds of like these of essentially slot machines and money, and like it's just endorphins that run through you. And the only thing that can kind of get me close to that is Vegas.
They have like, they're upgrading too, though. They have like LCD screens everywhere now with like moving little, like we saw the Christmas episode, and there's like snow falling down all over the walls and stuff. It's like how the Walgreens, instead of having a glass window, they have a TV that tells you what's in the thing. It's a lot of that.
Yeah, like there at some point when I went to the Price is Right, when you go in there in the stage, it feels like you're in a box of Lucky Charms.
You went?
I went twice.
I was looking. You just get tickets online, right? Or do you have to wait in line?
I don't know what it is now, but like you could get them online or you could just show up.
Because we saw that they're not even recording right now, but I think you have to get on a list and just get a ticket. Because I don't want to go wait at like 5 in the morning. I'm not down.
That's what we did last time. We like because the internet wasn't really the internet, and I didn't know how it was, so we stood there. The first time we went, it was me, Carlos, and Javi.
That's so cool.
The people before us were the last guaranteed people to get in. We got there like at 6 a.m. And we said, fuck, dude. So we ended up going to the Tyra Banks show taping. They pulled us to the side. Do you want to be in the Tyra Banks taping? I was like, okay, we're here. The next time we went, we didn't sleep. We played World of Warcraft all night with the Aussies.
Fuck yeah.
Left at 3 a.m. and we barely got in. And it's like you are literally in a box of Lucky Charms. When
That's
you're,
awesome.
And it was kind of fun.
I have Lucky
it's
Charms
fun.
right now. My girlfriend makes fun of me. They're great.
That's your shit, huh?
It is right now.
I'm not a big cereal guy.
I eat
Used to
cereal
be.
like every other day.
That's your shit, huh?
Yeah, I'm rocking Lucky Charms and Honeycombs right now. I like to mix it up.
Do you mix the cereal in one bowl?
God, no. I just mean I like to have some options, you know.
Yeah.
Because thing is, like, my mom likes to hook me up with food when I go visit her. She always gives me freaking Cheerios, dude. You can only have so much Cheerios, you know. You need a little spice every once in a while. That's where the Lucky Charms come in.
Best cereal mascot, go.
Gotta give it up to Captain Crunch, dude. He's my dude.
He's a chill dude. I like Cinnamon Toast Crunch because I love when chefs are fat.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch is just a cinnamon.
No. There's that guy. He's dressed up like a chef.
I thought it was just like a little square piece of cereal with legs, dude. I'm gonna
Look it up.
what do they say in Scrabble? I'm
Challenge.
challenging this, dude. And also football. Let's see.
There's a chef.
This also requires me to be able to Google the word cinnamon. Good luck. Oh, that's the old one now. Now they just use Crazy Square. That's his name. I fucking swear to God, his name is Crazy Squares.
The crazy squirt? No, I don't like. No, I liked Fat Chef.
The
dude.
old one was named Wendell. He was a jolly baker.
Jolly.
He was a jolly baker.
Yeah. Jolly is synonymous with fat.
Yes. He was a little husky.
Most uh, most boring cereal icon. Yeah, I start yawning when I'm about to mention their name or their presence. Was the rooster on cornflakes?
That guy sucks. And cornflakes suck for that matter. I also think some honorable mentions. Now I'm looking up cereal mascots. I think the Cocoa Puffs bird is pretty cool. The guy from Smacks is lame. What does he have to do with anything? Why is it
He's
a
like-
frog?
Because he's a frog from Riverside who's high on smack.
Oh my god. It's a drug thing.
It's a drug
Okay.
thing.
Oh my god. Well, there we go. Now we have it. The cinnamon, what are these little snap crackle pop?
Yeah.
Fuck these guys. Tony the Tiger's cool. That's
Well,
where I am.
It's the idea that the selling point of your cereal was that it talked to you when you poured milk in it. That's how you know you're like, I don't know how to sell this, dude. It makes sound when you pour milk on it. Like, fuck it. Snap, crackle, pop. We got you. This is our mascot. Like, no one likes Rice Krispies unless it's in the form of a Rice Krispies treat.
Yeah, you have to dump marshmallows all over it for it to be good.
Marshmallows and hardcore sugar on it.
Pebbles, the Flintstones also pretty cool. I like that the Flintstones broke into the cereal game. That's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
That was it was very
It's like a random collab.
yeah, well, I mean, it was a random collab because then they went from Fruity Pebbles to Cocoa Pebbles. So they kind of like branched out into I did like Fruity Pebbles.
I just think they got soggy really fast. That was my only problem with them.
It's because they're so small.
Yeah, you have to really wolf them down.
That's true. Then the other one that didn't have any mascots and it was the fucking kids was Kix. Do you remember Kix?
I do remember Kix. They didn't taste like anything. I'm not sure why I remember them, but I
They
do.
were very satisfying to eat.
Yeah, their shape
They-
was
they-
great.
Like the texture on it, like even when it absorbed all the milk, like Fruity Pebbles was the opposite. You poured milk on it, and it just shriveled up.
They're done.
Like it shriveled up like a 90-year-old in a jacuzzi after 30 seconds. Like it was constantly just dried up. Kix stayed hard and firm throughout the duration. You'd have to let it sit overnight in order for it to actually be mushy because they would just hold, maybe it's because there was a circle or a sphere. They could just hold the milk better.
I'm looking at bowls of Kix right now, and my mouth is watering, dude. I'm literally just clicking through bowls of Kix.
Yeah.
This is good shit.
But Kix was kid tested, mother approved.
So boring, dude. I used to have to pour boatloads of sugar into my Kix just to make them like edible. But
Yeah.
man, when you got that mix right, whoo.
I did like Kix. It was kind of boring, but like as a kid, I thought I was a comedic. I knew I was destined for podcasting at the age of 6 when it was kid tested motherfucker.
Oh yeah, dude.
I might whip that out over on this Saturday at the Ice House in Pasadena, guys, at my 5 o'clock show.
Oh hell yeah, dude. Hit people with some cereal jokes.
Yeah.
Everyone can relate.
There, everyone can fucking relate. The other one, you know what commercial I still fucking hate to this day, and I want to punch the person in the face, whoever made this tagline. It was, "Why do you like it if it doesn't taste like apples?"
I don't
Do you
know
remember
why.
And they would just be like, "I just do."
Is this an Apple Jacks thing?
It was Apple Jacks.
I used to love Apple Jacks.
Apple Jacks was
forgot.
dope. It was the commercial of them just saying like, "Oh yeah, like, why do you like them if they don't taste like apples?" And it's like, I would be like,
Shut your
"Shut the
ass
fuck
up."
up." I would have taken the finished bowl and broke it over their head. That's
I never
why,
hit
bitch.
somebody over the head with a box of cereal, but I would if they asked me that. Remember that Jamaican cinnamon stick that they would have like running laps? He was running laps and he would dive into a bowl of cereal? That was Apple Jacks.
That was Apple Jacks.
He was like Cajun or something. I don't
Yeah.
know why.
Well, honeycomb was the fucking like the animal with rabies. Like you weren't really sure what it was.
I think they have Apple Jacks boxer briefs.
Apple Jacks boxer briefs.
They're only $12. They're on sale.
Oh, let's buy each other that for Nolans.
Yeah, I might, dude. That might be like the uniform. It says swag on top with skulls and crossbones, dude. So
Oh
these
my
are
God.
pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wait. Unfrosted was a solid movie, revived the classics. Wait, Unfrosted
Is that the Jerry Seinfeld thing?
is it? Oh, it is, huh?
Solid movie. Revived the classics.
It's a
Yeah, check
movie
it
about what's YouTube saying? Make something up.
They said, "Fuck the Applejack cinnamon twist guy." I don't know what that
Yeah.
means, but there are strong opinions over there.
YouTube, man.
Let's cool it over there, YouTube.
Yeah.
This is we're here to have fun.
Well, but like, yeah, Count Chocula. was
Another good one.
Yeah.
Another good one.
That's actually one of the more genius names, I think. I think in terms of like the marketing world and like coming up with a character, Count Chocula, name alone, I think is just top tier.
Yeah, I mean, I never actually tried the cereal though,
But you knew who he was.
but I know
and
what
you
he's
knew
about. Yeah,
And you knew who he was about.
yeah.
He was about the chalk, baby.
That's what he does, man. Just counting chalk.
What other cereal was there? I'm trying to think of what else there was.
Oh, I got some. Tricks. I don't like Tricks.
Trix is like it was flavored Kix, but I think Kix is better.
And that's something without flavor. That's saying a lot.
The only good thing about Trix, I think, was how the milk tasted after.
Yeah.
It essentially was just a mixer for milk.
Oh, what about Fruity Loops? Fruity Loops are kind of boring.
Fruit Loops?
Oh yeah, Fruit Loops.
Fruit Loops. Fruity Loops is my gay porn name.
Fruity Loops is a software. For making music. I used to,
I'm
used
gonna
to
clip
have
that one.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, Fruit Loops, it was Toucan Sam.
Is his name Sam?
Yeah, Toucan Sam.
Oh, I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah, see again,
Yeah, he is.
the cereal trivia I can drop on you, but I just don't know who is the Speaker of the House.
Yeah, you really
right
got
now.
your shit down. I have that side, so that's okay. The Speaker of the House has the most boring fucking name you've ever heard, so that's why everybody forgets him.
Speaker of the House.
Mike Johnson. Speaker of the House.
You might-
Good old classic name, Mike
Yeah.
Johnson.
You might as well be Steve Williams.
Yeah.
Like, how do you win? Like, I mean, you can. I think that's actually like a really good way to win because you know how when you vote for anything that's outside of mayor of LA, you have no idea what you're voting for. Like, what the hell is a comptroller? And
I run out of energy trying to figure out what these things are.
who are these district attorneys and who are these Congress people? And you're
Judges?
like, okay.
I don't fucking
Yeah.
know.
And I'm like, and you just pick. Well, there's Mike Johnson.
He seems like a straight shooter.
Like, I'm just like, all right, well, like, whatever you want, dude. I'll pick Mike Johnson because your brain has voter fatigue at the end of it.
Hey, not to go back to the Olympics, but really quick, did Snoop Dogg carry a torch? Is that a thing? Because I can't tell if this is AI. I can't tell what's
No.
happening anymore.
Well, Snoop Dogg has become our Queen of England.
What is he doing there?
Dude, he was there repping. He was
I know
repping for-
Flava Flav was there, but he had a reason to. What was Snoop Dogg doing?
Dude, he was like part of like the Team USA committee.
Wow.
He really is like U.S. royalty at this point. Like the world knows who Snoop Dogg is. We know what he's about, just like Count Chocula, and he's just like a U.S.
Bro.
icon.
There's an article right now on NBC News, how Snoop Dogg became a fixture of the Paris Olympics. And the video says Snoop Dogg's best moments at the 2024 Olympics so far in parentheses. So this man has a compilation already. He's got a reel.
I
He
know.
must be doing cool shit. I don't know. Oh, he's hanging out with the women's gymnastics team. Okay. Classic
Like-
Snoop.
Snoop Dogg essentially, allegedly, because he got off the trial, killed a guy. He smoked a shit ton of weed before it was legal. He started a kind of a porn company for a minute. Do you remember that? Kind of like Snoop's Girls Gone Wild or something.
Oh, wow.
And he's had this trajectory, this weird career he was known as a pimp, P-I-M-P. That was his thing.
He was proud
And
of it too.
then in a couple years, he's just hanging out with Martha Stewart, and now he's a Team US
He's like,
figurehead.
I don't know what he did. He cracked the code. He must be in the Illuminati or something because he just can do no wrong. It seems. I want to be like Snoop, dude. He's just chilling out, getting high all the time, doing whatever he wants. Like that's pretty fucking cool. I don't think he even raps anymore.
He doesn't need to.
No.
I don't like. I can only think of like maybe 3 Snoop Dogg songs off the top of my head.
I skip
I
them
don't-
every time too. I have them saved, but I just skip them.
I don't know any more of his music anymore. He's not a rapper to me anymore. He's just Snoop.
Yeah,
He did Gin and Juice.
that's the one I was thinking of. Yeah,
What's another Snoop Dogg song?
PIMP.
Okay. He was on Still Dre.
He
but
would just like
he's a
show
feature.
up on songs. That's the thing. Like I feel like a lot of his songs, he's not just his songs. Yeah, he has that one with Gin and Juice. It's like his album, the debut, that was pretty good. But it's like I think he would just pop into shit, and he was just that cool guy getting high in the back of your music video.
Still Dre with him and Dr. Dre. You know who wrote that whole song?
Eminem?
Jay-Z.
No way.
Jay-Z wrote Still Dre.
I
He
don't
wrote
believe it.
Dr. Dre's part. He wrote Snoop Dogg's part.
I just don't have faith in Jay-Z. Oh, he did Drop It Like It's Hot. Remember
Those-
that?
Yeah, those are his. Yeah, we've named 4 songs. 3 of them are his. One of them is not even like his song. He's just a feature.
Okay, I'm digging deeper. Hold up. No, I don't really know any of these. Yeah, no.
His first album's name is Doggy Style,
Yeah, that's the one.
and he's an American fixture. We all have just accepted him for who he is.
Doggy Style. That's actually pretty funny. He's not playing around. He knows what he's about.
I don't know what happened. It's kind of like the Taylor Swift trajectory. We knew she was big, and all of a sudden one day I woke up and she was like the biggest thing on earth, and I don't know what got her there. Snoop Dogg has quietly had that.
He's just been living that life, dude. Sort of undercover.
I don't know, man.
But hey, good for him. Anyways, I saw that and I was like, I need to write this down, and I forgot to mention it earlier. So, no big.
Good. That's life, dude. Yeah, good for you, dude.
You know, just observing things, chatting about it. You know how I do.
I'm being quiet because I was like, hey, you can keep going wherever you want to go with this.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I mean, no, dude. I feel like I'm Olympicked out here. So,
No, you. Well,
you know,
let's go into a random story. Actually, did you know Steven Seagal is being banned for shoplifting?
I'm not surprised.
We talked about Winona Ryder last week.
We did.
Now
Still
there's
looking good.
Now there's Steven Seagal. Title is Shoplifting Steven Seagal banned from shop. A shoplifting bird dubbed Steven Seagal has been banned from a convenience store for flying off with packets of crisps over a 6-year stealing spree. Staff at the Lyndale Central Store in Wyke Regis, Dorset, have put up posters urging customers to close the door behind them in the bid to stop Steven. The manager of the store, Stuart Harmer, said the crafty seagull had made off with about 30 packets of crisps in the past 2 months alone.
Yeah.
He said, trying to explain to the powers that I've got stock loss because of a seagull, they think it's a joke. So he's banning a seagull.
That's funny. I didn't realize that it was an actual bird until you got well into it.
Yeah.
That's funny though. That's like saying your dog ate your homework. People are like, "Shut the fuck up, dude. Come on."
Well, I think seagulls are
playing.
one of the more mean birds too.
I don't really like seagulls.
They're I remember there was a time where when I was dating, like when I was with my ex, we went to the beach, and I was like, let's go to the beach then, fine, whatever. We brought snacks and we left them on the beach, and we just jumped in the water, and then we looked over to where our blankets were, and a flock of seagulls, not the band, it was an actual flock of seagulls, came and tore up our food.
They'll like steal your sandwiches.
They go in.
Yeah. I don't appreciate seagulls. That's why I love pelicans, though. I spend a lot of time at the beach now. Pelicans are okay with me, dude. They're so cool. They just fly around, do their thing. Seagulls, though, very annoying. They shit on everything. They're terrible.
If seagulls actually got their shit together, they could take over the world.
I think you could say the same thing about pigeons, too, dude. There's a lot of them. They're just like wasting their abilities.
Yeah, but pigeons have the numbers, but they don't really do anything. Like they annoy you by having ticks and diseases, but they're not really attacking you. They won't go for you. Seagulls will go for you.
That's true. They're more of a threat. Same thing
My
with
favorite-
geese.
Oh, dude,
If
geese
the
have
birds
teeth.
of the world could just like collab, we'd
Yeah.
all be in trouble.
Alfred Hitchcock was right with the birds.
He knew something was up.
I do love me a crow. I
I
love
do.
crows.
I see videos of people with pet crows, and I'm like, I want that. But do you think people would judge you? Would they judge me for having a pet crow? I think they would.
Well, I love the way crows walk.
Yeah.
And the crows have funerals for other crows when they die.
It's like elephants.
Elephants do that too?
They mourn their dead. Yeah.
That's
They know what's
I mean,
going
I've seen
on.
an elephant paint, but
Have you seen that video of the bird, that crow, that they taught it to find money and they would give it food if it brought back money? And so it just picks up money off the floor that people drop and bring, and it steals that for the person.
yeah.
like
Well, crows, yeah,
Paying
crows are smart.
dividends.
Crows, like, I think, I want a crow animal,
Maybe we can capture a crow.
like Pokemon.
No, like with a cage, but yeah, like we
Yeah.
could capture a crow, and I mean, I think it would hate me though. It's a problem.
Well,
Animals can be vengeful. My girlfriend's cat still hates me. I've been living here for at least a month. I feed him every day. He fucking hates me, dude. Imagine a crow that I I stole. He would probably be so mad.
And crows remember your face.
Yeah. So you have to like somehow lure it over time, which is an investment.
You're constantly seducing it.
You got to put in the work, dude.
I want a crow. I think if there's anything in my life right now, I want a crow. And I don't want a dog. I don't want a fish.
You could probably get a crow in New Orleans.
No.
Find like a voodoo lady who can get you like a crow familiar. That'd be pretty cool.
Honestly, like that's kind of a.
That is on my list. Voodoo stuff is on my list. I don't know if you know that. I'm sure because it's not up to me what we do, because it's not for me. But I am gonna pitch to the group that we get involved in some voodoo shit, because I think that's the place to do it.
What does voodoo shit entail of?
Just like, some person, like some spooky lady with dreadlocks that lives somewhere spooky.
Yeah.
I don't know what they do. They do like magic. They talk to you ever see The Princess and the Frog?
Mm-hmm.
Was that voodoo man they talked to?
I don't, like I know who you're talking about.
Give me a moment.
Voodoo. Well, voodoo is just a good name, like a word too.
His name is Dr. Facilier. That's not what I was thinking. Shadow Man. That's what I'm talking about. I want to see the
Yeah.
Shadow Man. There's got to be some cool, like, New Orleans voodoo stuff, is all I'm saying. Like a voodoo tour, maybe. They have a voodoo museum and voodoo tour. So, just saying.
Nolans. When we go to Nolans, are we going to just start saying Nolans?
I mean, I'm going to try. I'm going to give it my best shot.
Yeah, and just let people know that we're happy to be here in Nolans.
I will say, I don't know if the voodoo tour pictures aren't really doing it for me. It's just like houses. This doesn't feel voodoo.
It's not the house, it's what's in the house.
Yeah, but it's just like a picture of like a building. Like, I don't. Yeah, here we go. See, like those little dolls that you poke, that you hurt the person. That's cool. I want to see some shit like that. There's only like 5 photos. Okay, I'm out of here. I'm leaving.
You're all
Voodoo
voodooed
Museum.
out.
Yeah, they didn't do a good job with this. Voodoo Bone Lady Tours. That sounds spooky too. Anyways, we'll see.
Okay.
What is
Well,
on
hey,
your list, dude? What are you excited about?
when you go to Nolans, by the way, we're going to New Orleans. That's what that's
Yeah,
it.
that's what we're talking about.
Getting picked up. I'm just there for a good time, dude. I'm like, hey, just whatever. I just want to hang out with my dudes. I want it to be like the sisterhood of the traveling pants, where we all wear Apple Jacks underwear and we just have a good time.
Okay. Well, hey, I will get us some Apple Jacks underwear. That's first thing on the list. And then we'll see from there. You know, they have airboat tours. That seems pretty cool. The French Quarter. Everybody keeps taking pictures of the same building in the French Quarter. I don't know what's going on there, but people like it. Mardi Gras World. No, these are just floats. Anywho,
Nah,
we're gonna have a lot of fun. I'm excited. It's like Vegas. You just can just get drunk in places, right? I think
Yeah, you
that's
can-
the thing over there.
You can gamble.
Oh, really?
I think there's a casino there. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
You know what's one of my biggest fears in life? Choking.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
I'm not talking about like Eminem 8 Mile, like, you know, palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. I'm talking about choking. Do you know, like, do you know how to give the Heimlich?
I mean, I think it's a pretty like. You can just kind of like just pick them up, right? Like it doesn't seem like it's a very specific motion. I think anybody can do it.
It's actually one of the scariest things because when you think about it, everyone has a fight or flight. Everyone has, and you don't know what's going to happen because you only have a window of time before you choke.
It's pretty long though.
Is
I
it?
think you'd be choking for like 20 seconds before you actually like suffer any effects, right? That's like that's a long enough time to cough something up.
I mean, I know how I eat too, so like my chances of choking are actually pretty high because I eat fast and I take big bites.
Well, if you want, we can all learn how to do the Heimlich prior to.
Maybe we can learn at Nolans. We
Yeah,
can
I'm sure somebody
do the
can teach
Heimlich.
us.
Elizabeth Banks credits Guardian Angel for saving her life during choking incident on skincare set. It says right here, during a Good Morning America appearance earlier this week, the actress and filmmaker shared she had her first ever choking incident after a little green pea she was eating for lunch got lodged in her throat. I was alone in my trailer. I threw the door open, couldn't make any noise. I was so afraid, Banks recalled. I happened to see someone who said, "Are you choking?" And I gave him the sign of a thumbs up, signaling yes. And he came over, she continued. He came over very calmly. I backed right into him, and he gave me the Heimlich maneuver. Banks noted the crew member had to do it twice until the pee came loose. His name is Julius. He is my guardian angel, she said. Julius, I love you. He saved my life literally on set.
So I don't
mean,
eat
it's-
peas, dude.
Win-win. She lives, and Julius got the fucking dry hump Elizabeth Banks for
Yeah,
Elizabeth,
she backed it up. Back that thing up, dude.
It's kind of like win-win.
Yeah, I think so. It's interesting she gave him a thumbs up though, because I think if I was choking and someone said, "Are you choking?" giving them a thumbs up seems like you're good. I would be like, you know.
Yeah.
I think that's
Yeah,
more of it.
Well, you can't give it a thumbs down because they'll like, oh, okay, you're coughing, and they'll like let you then leave.
Yeah, no thumbs. I think a thumb is like a vibe. It's not like a something is like that's not a confirmation. Oh, that's tricky. But I think that's where she could have, just if Captain Hindsight here, don't do a thumbs up.
Just joking, dude. I don't know.
I choked on an ice cube one time. I thought I was gonna die, but it melted. So my near death experience kind of just passed right by me.
Like, I don't know, man. Like, the world is going like. What are your and Julio being in the chat actually reminded me because that nerd things. Robert Downey Jr. is Doctor Doom.
I saw that.
This is the last thing we cover, by the way, because obviously
Yeah,
we're
right, hour and 10.
because we have pillow talk ahead of us.
I'm surprised by that because, spoilers. Robert Downey Jr. He was out of the Marvel MCU for nothing, and they brought him back. Is it because he's so good or because there's like some canon lore reason why he's now Doctor Doom. That's what
No,
I'm curious about.
I think they're retconning it because Jonathan Majors got fired for being Kang. Like, he was Kang.
What did he do wrong? Because I was just reading something in the bathroom earlier today about how he's gone. He's gone, right?
He was convicted of domestic abuse. Which, do we talk about that video of Jonathan Majors running through every borough of New York by, like, he was being chased by that girl?
No.
Was this might have been, this might have been like on the old show, but like there was a video of your homework assignment is to watch this video where Jonathan Majors is being chased by his girlfriend because she was like, the whole thing was, she said that he broke her finger, beat the shit out of her or whatever. And then all of a sudden this video came out of her chasing him down. And they literally ran through every fucking borough of New York. It's the craziest thing you've ever seen.
Oh yeah, they get out the car.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and now he's running.
Yeah.
She broke his finger, huh?
No, I think he broke her finger. That was the thing. I don't know what it is, but like ultimately he was convicted, and then Disney just fucking axed him. And like honestly, like when from the perspective of the movie business standpoint is you got to swing for the fences because the person you were banking on fucked up. And what are you going to do? You bring back Robert Downey Jr., which by the way, he's essentially getting his own like trailer city when they shoot the movie. And they backed up the Brinks truck for this guy, and then like for the Russo brothers too. Like they're like, because they need to kind of wash away all the bad taste, and they're like, hey, the only thing we can do is in a multiverse. I think that's the whole thing. We're the Fantastic Four in a different universe, and they're gonna merge. So Tony Stark is essentially like a variant in this universe, and he's Doctor Doom. Which, by the way, I fucking love Doctor Doom.
Doctor Doom is badass.
He's badass, dude. Like
he's such a cool villain and everything. He's fucking awesome.
He's cool as shit. He wears cool colors like green, and he always has metal on, so he could also pass for like, you know, some S&M dominatrix. I'm in, dude. This guy created his own country and ruled it.
He's pretty badass. His name's Victor too, which is cool.
There you go, dude.
So I'm excited about that.
Missed opportunity where you didn't change your last name to Von Doom.
I know. I gave it some thought, but I was like, I don't know. My parents wouldn't be very happy about it.
You should be Victor Von Chocula.
Also a good name. It's opposite.
Yeah.
You know, I could do that.
You could be Victor Von Chocula.
There's some paperwork involved, but it's worth it.
You know, like that's badass, dude. But it's weird they're gonna go down this route. I'm here for the ride, dude. Just give me Doctor Doom and inject in my veins. I wanted Kang to work out so well that I started in my head a petition to free Kang. I was ready for them to just recast him. Like I was like, just recast him, make him Samuel Jackson, the older version of Kang. But if you're gonna bring Doctor Doom, bring him with some fucking pizzazz, dude.
Yeah,
you can't like.
He'll do a good job.
Are you watching Cobra Kai?
No.
Dude,
I just got Netflix back.
Watch Cobra Kai so we talk about it because they've broken up the last season into 3 parts. Don't roll your eyes, dude. Cobra Kai kicks ass.
The last season, I was just like doing it for you. And I just don't know if I can go back, dude. There's a mural I pass by every day driving home. There's like a bar near my house that has an entire wall dedicated to Cobra Kai. I'm like, what are you doing? What does this have to do with anything?
Dude, Cobra Kai... You know what my favorite thing about Cobra Kai is? It leans into the fact of karate. Like, is the fucking thing. And it's not a spoiler.
The Valley, dude.
And yeah, the Valley. The Valley fucks with karate.
It's funny.
And there's 2 things I want to point out about it that's not going to give any spoilers is because they're getting to the last year of high school, they're getting ready for college, and Miguel is like applying for Stanford, and he's like, I don't know, man, like if they're gonna accept me. And his girlfriend Sam's like you know, like if you entered a Sekai Tekai, like the world's most famous karate tournament, Stanford has to take you. And like it's said with such a fucking like it's so general, like, you know, it's just authentic in terms of like the purest thinking saying, if you join this fucking karate tournament, Stanford will have no fucking choice but to take you. Because like it's just like it's this weird thing, and like karate is this fucking superpower in Cobra Kai as far as I'm concerned, because you have someone who just learns karate and in 7 months becomes the winner and of the Valley tournament. Like, granted,
And the
there's other
Valley
people who-
loves karate, so it's not that easy, dude.
it's
Okay?
not that easy because there's all these dojos and all these things. And like,
You've been to the Valley. There's a dojo on every corner, dude.
Yeah.
And apparently they're all competing and shit. I thought it was just little kids in there.
and
not.
then yeah, I want you to watch it because I really want to break it down, because there's this whole part where Daniel LaRusso is like, crying over Mr. Miyagi, and he puts on his fucking gi and his headband, and he looks like a Benihana employee, fucking grind, and like it's supposed to be kind of lighthearted in a way, but like you really buy into the fact that karate is this fucking mythical thing that will engulf you.
Yeah.
And then the whole thing of Cobra Kai and Kreese, John Kreese, was like when he's choking Johnny out in the parking lot in Cobra Kai 2 and Karate Kid 2, because Johnny loses the tournament, he's gonna lose him all his business. Like, I would argue that choking your high school student in the parking lot is what's causing you to lose business, not the fact that like he lost to a fucking point.
It was the 80s, man. It was different. It was just different times, Teachers would walk by and say, teach him. That's he lacks discipline. He's getting it. Now that's a whole scenario.
No, man, like, it's just it's good pod talk, dude. Honestly, when we run out of topics by 3 episodes from now, then we can totally do it. We can do a Cobra Kai breakdown.
I can get in there. I'm almost done watching Star Trek Voyager, so I will be looking for something soon. I started rewatching Dark with my girlfriend, but I don't think she's into it, so that might be a solo watch after Cobra Kai. Have you ever seen Dark?
No, I have not seen Dark.
Have you heard of it?
No, I haven't even
It's
heard
on
of it.
Netflix. It's a German show, all German. It's my favorite show that has to do with It's my favorite deliberately confusing show. I'll say that. You know how some shows are just trying to fuck with your head the whole time? This is one of those, but I think it did a good job.
I started watching Ozark. Did you watch that?
Mm-mm.
Oh, I thought you'd watch that. Like,
We
I
have
feel like that
different
would be-
tastes in shows, you and I.
But like, I feel like, well, Ozark wasn't something that was initially on my radar. It's already done. I thought like that would have been a show you would have watched.
Nah, it's like drugs. Anything with drugs, I don't watch. Besides
kind
Breaking
of.
Bad.
Breaking
That's
Bad.
the caveat.
Yeah.
Breaking Bad stands above.
Ozark is it's more about money laundering for
Oh.
the cartel. That's like its thing. But like the Walter White is a money launderer essentially. That's what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hey, I think that's a good place to end. A quick reminder before Victor tells you where to go and before we go to Pillow Talk. Saturday, 5 p.m., your boys at the Pasadena Ice House. I might do some karate up there and talk about cereal, so come through. It's good times aplenty for an early show.
Nice.
Victor, where can I find us?
You guys, we are To Live and Talk in LA. You can find us live every Wednesday on YouTube and Twitch. You can also find us wherever you get your podcast, whether it's the podcast app, Spotify, you name it. And finally, you can find us on social media, TikTok and Instagram. Show us some love, guys. Peace.
Oh, man. All right, dude. If you're online, we'll stay around for a little bit of Pillow Talk and podcast. We'll see you next week. Peace.
Laters.
Oh, look at that.
And it's Pillow Talk time.
It's Pillow Talk time.
Question
Dude.
for you. Do you hear yourself in your ears?
I do, yeah.
You have direct monitoring on.
Yeah, I want that because I need to hear myself.
See, I've had it off this whole time, and I just turned it on right now.
You should have it on so you'll know if you're loud or not.
Yeah, I guess that's true. But it's so hard to tell how loud you are when you're also talking,
Well, yeah, but if your volume is low, then you won't hear yourself, and that tells you'll know
Yeah.
you're low. Like then you can, hey, can you turn me up? Or,
I feel like I need to turn this thing up all the time, though. It always feels kind of low. I'm going to turn it up a little more. Here I go.
Well, that's a pro move when you can hear yourself. It's like
Yeah.
Celine Dion hears herself when she sings because she has a monitor.
I think so. Everybody who does anything over voice, they can hear themselves. So I think I just need to get used to this. It just sounds like I'm like, you know what that sounds like. Takes some getting used to.
Yeah, you get used to it. Then you start to love your own voice.
Ooh.
And when you're sick, you sound all super bassy.
Oh yeah.
So, all right. So Breaking Bad, you've seen all of it.
Yeah, I have. That's my only drug show. Narcos, Money
I watched
Heist,
Narcos.
fucking OA or whatever. Nah, don't care. I'll watch Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad was dope. What's your favorite? Like, who's your favorite character in the show?
Breaking Bad. I mean, is it basic to say Walter? Because I feel like he's pretty cool.
Well, I guess the question is, how many times have you seen the show? Have you seen it once? You've seen
Only
it multiple
once.
times?
Only
Okay.
once.
It's funny because when you watch the show, the first time you watch it, like you root for Walt.
You think the
from
wife's annoying?
from start to end. You think the wife's annoying, and then when you watch it again, if you ever watch it again, you start to see like, well, it makes sense. Like, why couldn't he just do X, Y, and Z with his wife? Like she's totally staying his way. When you're watching the show for the first time, it's hyper annoying. But when you watch it from like a not
A more
so much like
mature
first time,
perspective.
not even more mature, like because I think no matter what age you are, when you watch it for the first time, you root for Walter White. But then when you
Yeah.
watch it later, you're like, dude, this guy was a dickhead from the beginning.
It's interesting. I've heard that more than once. Maybe I should rewatch it. It's been a while. I don't think my girlfriend's seen it either, so that'd be a good one. This feels like a
You gotta-
long watch, though, man.
No, I mean you just have it on in the
You
background,
gotta be
like
into it. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
true. I don't know. Right now, I'm
And-
watching Voyager because it's like they got a reset button. No matter what happens, somebody could like die or do some crazy shit, and then the next episode, everybody's back and it's all good. There's not really any like continual story. I mean, there kind of is, but not really, And it's easy that way.
that's your shit, huh? Voyager.
I mean, right now it is. I actually tried to watch Voyager like 2 or 3 times, and I couldn't get into it because the main character, the captain's voice, is not. I don't like it. It's annoying. But I got over it.
No.
Not there.
You know what I watched recently? It was really good. Was not Andor, Rogue One. Did
Oh,
we
yeah,
watch
that
Rogue
one's
One?
good.
We watched The Last Jedi together.
Yes, we watched one
That's
of
the
the
one we watched.
sequels.
Okay.
Yeah.
I watched Rogue One and I hadn't seen it in forever. And then I
Pretty good.
watched. It's so funny because I started watching Andor, and I didn't, because I forgot Rogue One completely except for the Darth Vader scene. I didn't realize Andor was one of the fucking main rebels in Rogue One. I'm like, oh, fucking idiot.
Is Rogue One the one with like the hammerhead ship that blasts into another one? Like it rams into a ship and like,
Yeah, when they go into hyperspace,
yeah, and it
like the ship pops out of nowhere and then it fucking just blows up on impact.
that shit was sick, dude.
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool.
And they had the whole Darth Vader wrecking scene. Like, like that was cool. Because we all wanted like to see Darth Vader like in the original trilogy. Like we will acknowledge that he was badass, but you didn't really see a lot of badass things from him.
Nah, not really. I don't think they were really showing him off that much. It was just kind of. It was a sign of the times, I think.
When you watch Rogue One, and you see him, like it's that same scene where he's trying to get to before they send off the plans of the Death Star, and he's wrecking shop on those fucking, like for lack of a better term, the red shirts, like in Star Trek. Cause I know that reference. Fucking bodying them, badass, dude. Like that was king shit. And then you saw that in the Obi-Wan series too. Like the series wasn't that great, but you see Darth Vader fucking wreck shop on that one chick that was under him, and I was like, badass.
Yeah, I like seeing evil Sith shit. Show us a little bit. I like the mature these more gritty shows now they're doing. It's pretty good.
Like, well, I did we talk about this? I always forget about everything we talk about, which
Me
is
too.
like everyone's love for the prequel.
No, I don't think so.
When we were old enough to remember when the prequels were releasing,
Yeah, I
and
went to see them.
and everyone hated them. Everyone like, and
Yeah.
like when I was younger, I was like, oh, I guess they're right. It was stupid. And then I watched it again later, and I was like, it's fine. Like
I
it's not.
enjoyed them. Yeah.
Yeah, like it was like they were fine movies. They're good. They're enjoyable. They're exactly what they should be. But everyone fucking hated them. And then all of a sudden, people started talking about how great Christian Haydenson was.
People like him now.
Now,
I feel
but
good about that. That makes me happy.
it makes me happy. But everyone's a fucking liar too, because everyone hated it before. Where did this come from all of a sudden?
They really put
Out
him
of the
to the
woodworks.
ringer, dude.
Dude, they put Jar Jar Binks on suicide watch because of how much they hated him. Because like, no one hates what was it? No one hates Star Wars more than Star Wars fans.
So true.
And they fucking broke the kid who played Kid Anakin. He never acted again. Jar Jar Binks
He
was
was
the fucking
fine too.
depressed. Like,
I mean, Jar
mad
Jar
depressed.
Binks is a little worse though.
He's the worst, but like the people treated him like shit.
Yeah, that's not fair.
Like, it's like, okay, you can not like the character, but they all chased him down. Like, oh my god, like he's the fucking
What are you gonna
devil.
do to him? You're gonna fucking kick his ass for playing Jar Jar Binks? Like it would have been somebody else, if not this man. You know,
They do that all the time.
it's not like he said something racist. He was just playing Jar Jar Binks.
He was just given what was told. And now everyone fucking loves like the original trilogy, and everyone loves Hayden Christensen. I'm like, dude, fuck you guys, because like everyone was shitting on him for. Where were you then? Where were you to stand up for him?
I always liked, when he's fighting Obi-Wan and they're in that lava like mining planet or whatever, and it's so like intense.
Yeah,
It's great. The music was great in that one too.
fucking cuts off his legs.
Should have finished the job though, dude. It's the problem people do in movies all the time. They never finish the fucking job, dude. You know?
Like, oh, like the hate consumes them. I'm like, arguably, you're kind of. You know how you're supposed to like put an animal out of its misery if you accidentally run it over? Like, this guy's becoming burnt toast.
If he lives, he's gonna be so fucking pissed, dude, because of
Yeah.
this.
Obi-Wan had no foresight, like, to do something about it.
Yeah, I don't really understand that. And I feel like when people lose their spine and don't finish a job, it's like those frustrating moments in TV shows when like people aren't communicating well. It falls in the same category for me. Like when people like, just like don't explain things for some reason and let the other person get mad and just like leave. And then there's this whole fucking episode about this dumb misunderstanding. That is the same feeling I get when good guys don't finish the job or they start monologuing. I'm just like, ugh, this feels like a stupid thing that they do in stories that doesn't actually make sense.
I'll never be like you. And
See
then,
that drive-by?
and your pussy just came through.
Banging on the mic.
But that's always the thing. Like, I'll never be like you. And then they do it. Did you watch Seven?
No, and it's on my list actually. I
Oh
have
my-
it like on my app that I have to watch it.
Dude, you need to watch that. That movie. I am 98% sure you will love that movie.
I just watched was Good Will Hunting
Okay.
last week.
Definitely not Seven, but yeah, okay.
No, but I mean, it's like one of those movies that people tell you I think you have to watch.
It's a bunch of Boston geniuses.
Yeah, it's kind of like okay. I was like, I also watched the Mr. Rogers movie the other day.
With Tom Hanks.
Yeah, it made me like Mr. Rogers more. I don't have a big connection to Mr. Rogers. I never really watched it, but he seems so sweet in the movie.
He was a nice
you know?
guy.
I think he was a really nice guy.
Well, I mean, it's a. I wish I really took Mr. Rogers' words to heart, and not the "be kind" or something, but his actions more so. Which is, he'd always sing a song about, and then he'd put his stuff away while he was doing it. Like took his shoes off, took his jacket, put it where it belonged.
Yeah.
Me, it's like I walk home, it's a fucking tornado. It's tossing shit. I'm like, oh, like a sock goes here. Take my shirt off, put it on a couch.
I'm pretty
Keep
good
walking
about
to
putting stuff back.
Keep walking to the bathroom, and my pants are then in the hallway of the bathroom. Like that was part of Mr. Rogers' messaging that just totally went over my head.
I think a lot of people's, because my girlfriend just puts things down in places and they're just there now. And I'm like, this goes somewhere, you know? I thought that I always thought my mom would always get upset with me for not putting things back where they go. And I was just like, ugh, it's so annoying. But now that's instilled in me. And I'm like, this doesn't go here, you know? Why is this, whatever it would be. Like, I like the counters to be pretty clean and fresh, dude. And I'm that guy. You know what I bought this week? A cake dome. Do you have that?
No, I do not have that.
It's pretty freaking sweet. $25 on Amazon. Because my girlfriend's cat tries to steal all the pastries. He tried to steal my bagels off the top of the fridge and drag them off to his little cat lair. So now I have to buy a glass bowl to protect all my bread. But honestly, it feels kind of baller, dude. So it's not that bad. I feel classy. I think I'm getting older every day. Cake
Dude,
dome.
my apartment's so hot, and like I always like leave the windows closed until I remember. Like, I can't keep fruit out because everything just starts dying like in the expedited rate.
Yeah, you got to put that shit in the fridge, bro.
I mean, I did this time with the bananas.
Dude, you know what I did? That just reminded me. I got my AC fixed at a mechanic. I went to a mechanic. I found a mechanic place called Two Guys from Sweden. I was like, these guys are in. I made an appointment, not for like a week. Drove over there. This guy's like, oh yeah, I can fill up your AC. It'll be $100. I'm like, deal, easy. He hooks up to this machine. He's like, yeah, it's supposed to be at like 0.8 pressure. Mine was at 0.08. So I had 10% of the AC whatever juice that I needed. No wonder my AC sucked ass, dude. I was sweating in my car all the time. I've been doing windows down like some broke ass, dude. And now I've been rolling up my windows and running the AC even when it's not that hot. And I'm like, oh yeah. Every time I get in my car now, I feel that like cool ooze. It's like breathing on me. And I'm like, dude, this is the best. I've been really happy actually. Yesterday was a really good day. I got my car fixed. And I don't know what I did something else. I can't remember now because it's being overshadowed. But that feels really good.
Well, my car has an issue where if it's out in the heat for like, you know, when you park, then the AC doesn't really work great.
That's what mine was doing.
So like, but if it's covered, it works fine when I start the car.
Well, no, yeah, but mine just wouldn't be able to catch back up. Like it would be blowing cool air, but not cold air. And I was noticing my center vents were like warm, and the ones on the side were cold. And I was like, I don't know what's going on, but I don't like this. And so he fixed it, and that's pretty nice because AC, I need it now, dude. I hate being sweaty in my car. Like it just pisses me off. It makes the traffic so much worse.
Yeah.
So this has been a breakthrough for me.
Oh, there you go, dude.
He did say it has a leak though, so I don't know whatever. I don't want to deal with that yet. I'm just being happy right now.
A leak in what? Your oil?
Like the AC tubes. So like that's why the pressure was so low because it's like leaking. But he kind of just these Swedish guys are so like curt. He's just like, yeah, it's got a leak, but anyway, you're good. Bye. And I'm like, well, what? And he's like closes the gate and he just walked away. And I'm like, well, all right, I'll be back.
All right, cool. Fuck
I'll be
me,
back,
right?
dude. Yeah, fucking thanks, Robert.
No, that's a good. Maybe
That's a good
his middle name is Judas.
Could be. Yeah, I didn't think his name was Robert and the other one's name was like Sam. I'm like, these are not Swedish names. Where are you from? Show me your papers. You know. But they didn't have he did have an accent, so I'm like, okay, I'll let him slide.
I mean, I think we all noticed, but why are like the Democratic celebrities way cooler than Republican celebrities?
Yeah, nope. It's just.
I don't know. I mean, when you're,
Kid Rock. What Republican celebrity? Elon Musk.
I think those are your two coolest ones, right?
It's not saying much, but yeah,
It's
I
not.
mean, I'm
It's
trying
actually
to think
kinda
of anybody that came out as like being Republican. It's like it's a shame now. You don't even want to talk about it. You know.
But I mean, they won the election in 2016, so like Clint Eastwood,
Did they though? I mean,
like
yeah.
Clint Eastwood. Like now you have like
Okay.
Megan Thee Stallion doing shit for Kamala Harris, and you're like, okay.
Hey, pretty cool, man.
I know, like it's
Oh,
cool.
well, they had what's his name? Hulk Hogan. He was literally talking at the convention. Did you see that?
I know, yeah.
So bad, dude. I
Like,
don't want to
what
get
you
into
got?
politics, but I've been like just injecting this latest Trump interview he did into my veins directly. I was sitting there today for like 30 minutes on this Reddit thread, and every thread had a different like 15-second clip of him just saying something so stupid, and I'm like, oh, there's another one. I click it, and I'm just getting ready, dude. You know, hit me
Yeah.
with it. Oh my god, it was so bad.
I
It was
mean,
so bad today.
it's really jarring when they show what like in the politic realm, when Mitt Romney was running against President Obama, and you're like, Mitt Romney would be the worst thing that happens to America, and then when you watch everything back, you're like, it's kind
He
of a
was
chill
not that
dude.
bad. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
it's
was
kind of a chill
okay.
dude. George Bush, terrible person. Like, oh my god, like it's like, I mean, kind of didn't know. Like,
It's a
it-
totally different world we're in
it's
now.
totally
It's
different.
ridiculous.
I still remember when John McCain was taking questions from the crowd, and someone said that Obama was a terrorist and he wasn't born here, and John McCain's like,
Oh,
"All
no,
right,
no,
hold
no.
up, lady. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
we might disagree, but he's an American."
He's
like-
a good person. He's a family man. I remember seeing that.
Yeah. Someone would have shot him then, now, and they wouldn't have missed. Like,
Yeah.
they,
I don't know what to say.
they're like, no, man, fuck this guy. Like, you know, he's. I was like, wow, like it's kind of the times we live in now.
It's just so different, dude. But you know what? There's a lot of energy again. We're just gonna keep the politics going. Everybody's pumped right now, dude. Have you seen any of these videos? The Kamala train is going full send right now. So we'll
Yeah.
see. I'm curious. But energy feels good. I have not donated yet myself because as you know, I'm not a big donator, dude. Okay, whether it's a free lunch, dinner charity that I'm at, or
Yeah.
a political thing, you know, I'm just I keep it close to me until it's time. But I like the direction everything's going, and we'll see.
I mean, there's the white dudes for Kamala, that group on X. Are we gonna start calling it X now?
No.
Okay, good.
They need to just
Like-
get rid of it. The only reason X even exists is because it's like an international information system. Like, why doesn't the UN just make an alternative to X and just use that for their announcements and everybody would, you know what I mean? I feel like that's the only reason anybody's using it anymore. It's just for takes and like news and stuff.
Again, I need my Twitter feeds purged because I'm getting fucking hood fights and like graphic things.
Your algorithm's fucked up.
My algorithm, fuck, dude. And like, dude, like this guy. I was I was like, the caption on the video, and I was like, I'll just linger around here. It was like, you know, like this guy saved, like the cab driver saves this guy's life, and then I'm like, okay. And then what happens is this guy jumps into the car, the back seat. These two guys on opposite sides of the back door, they smash the window and they open the door, and I thought they started punching him. They're fucking stabbing him, dude.
Yikes.
And the guy and the driver's just sitting there like. And eventually
do?
he starts driving, and I'm like, he didn't save his life. And I watched a guy get stabbed in the arms, and I was like, dude, like, fuck Twitter, dude. I don't want that algorithm in my life. It's terrible.
I'm starting to see some crazy shit. And I'm starting to get sensitive to it. I feel like for a while I was just like, whatever. I could just watch like somebody get blown up and it didn't really affect me anymore. Now it's starting to bother me, dude. I saw somebody fall off something and like break their arm yesterday, and I was like, ugh, what the fuck, dude? Why is this happening? You know, I don't. And I was getting this like video stream of like they were showing these Ukrainian dudes like bombing soldiers, just like with drones or whatever. So you just see some like Russian dude like jacking off or eating a sandwich or something just totally normal in a field, just getting blown up. And I'm like, I don't want this.
Yeah,
I don't want
either.
this anymore. I don't play with you anymore.
Well, I think that's a good place to end Pillow Talk. I gotta break down after talking about drone strikes.
Yeah, I feel like you always wait for me to talk about something bad, and then you say, "Oh, that's a good place to
Yeah,
start." And
good.
I have
I mean-
this guilt on me, you know.
Like, it'll give you time to reflect.
Did you see me link this Apple Jacks boxers?
I did it. I opened it. I'm gonna look at it.
All right, check it out. If you're into it, let us know in the group chat we got going, dude, and we can all order. They're on sale right now. So what's up?
All right, we'll see. Well,
All right, man.
all right, Twitch, YouTube. See you guys later.
Later, everybody.